a great day, everyone. This is Joanna Marie Cabrera, your moderator for today's panel discussion. We are gathered here today to discuss the research entitled Exploring 21st Century Skills and Learning Environment for Middle School Youth. So, anyone who can share their brief understanding about this study? Miss Marichu Asegurado is raising her hand. Yes, Miss, please speak.
So this research is highlighting the protective factors that aid youth in overcoming adversity. The study seeks to develop two distinct measurements instruments. First, the 21st century life and career skills skill and the 21st century skills classroom environment skill.
So thank you, Mama Sigurado, for sharing your notion. So now let's proceed to Q&A. So everyone, you can now have your questions. Ma'am Carmel Ibarzabal is raising her hand. You may speak, ma'am.
So, some of our viewers asked this question. How do you assess students' 21st century life and career skills under learning environment?
That's a good question, ma'am. Thank you. So who would like to answer that one? Yes, Ms. Janeline Manungas, you may speak.
For me, we should recommend several practices for assessing 21st century skills, like, for example, incorporating multiple measures to permit triangulation of inferences, designing complex and/or challenging tasks, including open-ended and/or ill-structured tasks, using tasks that employ meaningful or authentic real-world problem context.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I agree. In fact, the 21st century assessments must systematically ask students to apply content knowledge to critical thinking, problem solving, and analytical tasks. Other questions? Someone is raising her hand. You may speak, ma'am.
I also have a question. How the result of this study be utilized in enhancing the 21st century life and career skills of students and their learning environments?
Thank you for your interesting question, ma'am. Well, it was concluded that there is a moderate, positive, and significant relationship between students' 21st century learning skills and educational technology competences. Yes, Ma'am Carmel Bartabal is raising her hand. You may speak, ma'am.
So I have an additional answer to that certain question. So the result of this study indicated a heightened engagement and learning, the development of a collaborative learning and research skills, and a greater understanding on how to use social network tools for effective public communication. Students has a positive experience that leads to an increased awareness of the student as to benefit social network tools of have a learning tool. The data supported the continued use of social network tools to develop 21st century communication, collaboration, and digital literacy skills.
Thank you for your insights, ma'am. Any follow-up questions? Okay, if none, we will now end our discussion. I hope we both learned today. Thank you, everyone.
Now let's proceed to the classroom or school technology integration evaluation. First, students use technology tools to collaborate with others with a scale of 4. Second, students use technology tools to solve real-world problems such as digital citizenship with a scale of 3. Third, students are actively in educational activities where technology is a transparent tool with a scale of 3. Fourth, students use technology to understand content and add meaning to their learning with a scale of 4. Fifth, technology tools are used to research data, set goals, plan activities, monitor progress, and evaluate results with a scale of 4. 6. Technology used to deliver information to students with a scale of 3. 7. Teacher encourages adaptation of tool-based software by allowing students to select and modify a tool to accomplish the task at hand with a scale of 3. 8. Teacher uses technology to deliver curriculum content to students with a scale of 3. 9. The teacher directs to students in the conventional use of tool-based software with a scale of 3. 10. Technology are used to monitor progress with a scale of 4.
Hello everyone, this is Joanna Marie Cabrera again, your moderator for today's panel discussion. We are gathered again to discuss the 4 major questions related to school technology integration with our 4 panelists that are willing to share their different insights. So the first question is, will information and communication technology make a difference in teaching learning process and how? Let's have our first panelist to share her insights. I will give you all to Ms. Marichu Asegurado.
Yes, information and communications technology or ICT can make difference through teaching learning process. It's because it can give impact student learning when teachers are digitally literate and understand how to integrate it into curriculum. Schools use a diverse set of ICT tools to communicate, create, disseminate, store, and manage information. Technology provides students with easy-to-access information accelerated learning, and fun opportunities to practice what they learn. It enables students to explore new subjects and deepen their understanding of difficult concepts.
Thank you, ma'am. So for our second question, how can teachers effectively use computer and internet in the classroom? I will give the floor to second panelist, Ms. Marichu to sing.
So as you can see, for today's generation, we're so attached to technology like computer or internet. Aside from that, we can use this in important matter, especially to teachers. Teachers can effectively use computers and the internet in the classroom by employing computers to track grades, compute averages, monitor attendance, and obtain information on students' performance on online programs and assessment. Computers have also made it easier for teachers to carry their instructional delivery. They can use computers and internet in a classroom to deliver more effective learning. They can use this to as an alternative in teaching, which can be a more help to them. They can use computers and internet to save time and they can work on it more faster. Newer teachers were more likely to use computers or the internet to accomplish various teaching objectives.
Thank you, ma'am. So for the third question, how would you prepare the students to handle the unreliable and unscholarly materials found in the internet? Let's have Miss Carmel Ebarzabal, the third panelist, to share her insights.
Okay, so as a future elementary educator, of course, I would give my pupils or students enough guidance in terms of internet because students in this age group are in the beginning stages of going online. In this way, we would be able to prepare them to handle those unreliable and unscholarly materials found in the internet. This age group should be in the basics, like how they keyword search or how to differentiate between authentic images and those that have been altered, and how to find age-appropriate online resources so that they can build the skills at the right level. And also it helps them to find the best sources as they begin using the internet in terms of research would be help them to find a list of sources that are appropriate for the project to get them started. The more time students spend in the high quality websites, the more easily they will be able to identify other quality websites on their own.
Thank you, Miss Carmel Ebarzabal. So for our last question, discuss the relationship between education and the industry and the mismatch between the knowledge and skills acquired by the students and the industry needs. May I call on our last panelist, Ms. Jenaline Manungas. You may share your insights.
Education and industry relationships can take many forms, including monetary assistance and cooperative interests at all levels. Industries relies on our schools to provide a sufficient number of well-educated and trained personnel, and schools in turn rely heavily on industry to provide employment for our youth as well as guidance and financial support in their studies. Simultaneously, when industry and higher education institutions collaborate to achieve new levels of knowledge, they become a powerful engine for innovation and economic growth. However, there is a mismatch between the knowledge and skills acquired by students and the needs of the industries, meaning to say that education and training are not providing the skills required in the labor market, or that the economy is not creating the jobs that correspond to individuals' skills. Students obtain qualifications but find it difficult to obtain employment because employers' expectations and aspirations different from those of educational institutions. For instance, a person can be both overqualified or underskilled because they are not suited to the job. That's why the knowledge and skills that graduates possess and the market requires create barriers for both organization and job seekers.
Thank you, Ms. Manungas. Thank you, everyone. That would be the end for today's panel discussion. To all the panelists, I want to thank you for your intuitive participation.